It's already the third throwback baseball card product of the season. Following Heritage and Gypsy Queen, it's 2017 Topps Archives. I busted a box over the weekend and probably got blocked on Twitter by Zach Hampel. Coincidence? We'll find out. I'm Christopher from Crack and Wax, and you're watching my 2017 Topps Archives Gut Reaction. As always with these gut reaction product review videos, they contain my opinions and my opinions alone, even though they're all probably wrong. The rating system that I use here is completely arbitrary. Pluses for the things that I like, minuses for the things that I don't. Now let's see that rating board. Just gonna quick move my mic over here to get out of the way of the baseball cards that I'm about to show. In the base set, Archive celebrates 3 different designs that Topps has used in the past. This year they use 1960, 1982, and 1992. However, with there already being 3 other throwback baseball card sets already on the schedule for 2017, one may wonder, what exactly is the point of Archives anyway? One could certainly argue that the Fan Favorites autograph set is the real draw to Archives. However, I would argue that Alan and Ginter is already doing a really good job with this type of autograph set. A Twitter buddy of mine, at Waxtopia, pointed out that he felt that Archives was more like the low-end cousin to Heritage. Whereas Heritage is geared more towards the serious, hardcore collector, Archives is a more affordable fun chase for kids. And each year that I bust open Archives, I end up having a more fun time than I expected going in. I really think that Topps did an excellent job of mimicking each year's design. Now let's compare an original 1992 card with an Archives 1992 card. You'll notice that they were spot on in matching the full design of these cards, right down to the style of photography used. And just check out the card backs. There's hardly any difference between the two. One of the bigger complaints I've heard around the hobby considering 2017 Archives is the cardstock used for the 1992 series. You'll notice that it's a bit thinner and flimsier than the 1960 and 1982 versions, but I think that was done on purpose to completely mimic the cardstock used for the original 1992, and it may be for this reason alone that this gets a plus. One of the things that I really enjoyed about Archives was their photography selection. Now let's take this Reggie Jackson Orioles card for instance. Now you just don't get to see Reggie Jackson in an Orioles uniform on a baseball card all that often, and no, this is not a photoshopped card. And this gets a plus. Now while I have no problem with Topps cutting the short prints in Archives this year, and while I do agree that the variations should be a little bit harder to pull, I do wish that there was a little bit more color in each box. I was only able to pull 1 peach parallel and 1 green foil parallel out of this box, and I just really wish it had a little bit more color. So unfortunately, that's going to get a minus. Topps included a very strong and diverse autograph checklist this year, including a lot of names you don't normally see on autograph cards. You can also get guys like Cal Ripken Jr., Al Kaline, Derek Jeter, and even Gene Hackman. Keeping the autograph checklist fun and interesting definitely gets a plus. However, on the flip side to that, Topps also decided to include autographs of fans, including known ball hawk Zach Hampel. Now, I don't have anything against Zach Hampel. I don't know him personally. What I do know is that he does have kind of a negative reputation, and I can understand why anyone would want to completely destroy his card for charity if they pulled it. While pulling a fan autograph such as Zach Hampel's or Marlon Mann's might be a fun find, a lot of collectors, including myself, feel like this should be a bonus hit and should not count against the 2 already promised autographs in that box. This actually reminds me a bit of Bowman Scouts autographs, and no offense to any Scouts, but does anyone really want Scouts autographs? Including fan autographs on a strong checklist instead of making them bonus hits gets a minus. This year, Topps also included Jeter retrospective reprints. I'm not entirely sure if they were trying to mimic each year's design or exactly what the printing process was, but each card seemed to be coated on the front side and matted on the back. The unfortunate effect was those cards got really sticky and they were really hard to miss. In fact, during my live break, I missed 2 of the 3 cards, and one of them was a green foil parallel. You might consider that nitpicky, but to me it reminds me a lot of Panini Prism's Powder Problem. Anytime a card product produces any type of inconvenience, it gets a minus. Wow, that was a lot of P's. I did enjoy Topps' use of variations this year, including the 1982 Blacklist set, as well as my favorite, the 1992 Gold Winner. I remember trying to chase those Gold Winner cards when I was a kid, and I just love that Topps included them in Archives this year. Topps really knows how to get you with that nostalgia, don't they? Including fun variations like this gets a plus. Topps did a great job at improving an otherwise pointless product. staying true and loyal to the original designs, right down to the appropriate cardstock. Excellent photography selection, fun variations, a really strong checklist, even though I would have rather seen one or two of those names as bonus hits instead. And as usual, I had a lot more fun busting archives than I thought I was going to. And because of that, I think that archives this year is binder worthy. How would you rate 2017 Topps Archives? Be sure to tell us in the poll at the top of this video. Ratings from top to bottom include slabbed and graded, top loader, binder, shoebox, and bicycle spoke. Want to watch me bust this box of archives? Check out this video listed here. For more videos like this one, be sure to subscribe. Also, please leave a comment below with your suggestions on how to wash this filthy, disgusting hat. And as always, keep cracking that wax.